So here we are on the Hirschhornsattel. This is the crossing over to Tegernsee, to Bad Wiessee, and I'm particularly interested in this Zollbach Klause, but that's not today. See a car up there, but not gonna. Just met the hunter, and now I'm gonna go down. Quite interesting looking little cave up there, which maybe you can see. And I think I will just take a moment to go and have a look in there. Since we're here, it's going to be dark on the way down anyhow. Nice environment up here. Looking out over the Tegernsee area over there. That was this morning's bit of rain. And then the weather's coming in from over there. Also, I need to be a bit alert to that. Got my nice Steiners here, 8x30. I love them. Just a really good general purpose binocular. So, but yes, good to have a look around up here a bit. I think maybe I'll just go and have a look and see if that's usable. Other than that, I'll be on my way down. Breezy, but really nice. Not been up here much before. I think I came up here once before with Seb. That was about it. I think it was around here. Not quite sure. Anyway, it's nice. So, well, not today. Oh, got some weather coming, and it's just off the path a bit, and it's kind of late already. So, nope. After over 35 years in the mountains, I also know when to say nah. So we're gonna go down and probably get rained on a little. That's alright. All ready for that. And I'll go up there another day. I'm pretty sure it was pretty close. Maybe I even got above it. Who knows? Probably. But I'll just go up the actual gully next time. Cool. Anyway, on our way down now. Taking care of where I'm walking, because one thing I didn't do today was to bring my grippers, which was a mistake, but it just means I have to go slowly and pick my footing well. So what else have I got? I got the Sacket in the backpack, so my candle with a Mylar space blanket and stuff, so I can stay out overnight if I have to. Wouldn't be comfortable, but certainly wouldn't kill me. Satellite communication, first aid kit, thermos flask, down jacket, 3 extra hats, warm gloves, I don't know, satellite communications I talked about already, first tourniquet, something to eat, things making fire, all that stuff in this little pack. Just have it with you all the time, especially in the winter, and especially in this in-betweeny stuff where you're likely to get rained on and then it gets cold. That's actually the worst, when you get rained on and then it freezes. So we'll see. Anyhow, on my way down, nice day out, and get some fitness and some hours into my legs, because I've been sitting at my desk a lot of late. So that's good to just get some movement and some fitness in here. Woo! Yes, and it definitely is going to rain now. So that's alright. I like that. Oh yeah, there's another thing that you can use your space blanket for, a little Mylar space blanket, is as a rain poncho. If you have just a soft shell and it's going to really pour it down, so put this thing over like a cape. Get it underneath your straps of your backpack here, get it over your head, get it over your body, kind of tuck it all in. Why would you get wet? I mean, just carry a space blanket. Plus you can actually carry a person in a space blanket. An injured person. You need 6 people, minimum 4, better is 6 to carry one. But a space blanket is strong enough to do it. So I always have 2 with me. And now I'm just gonna bimble down this nice little road here till I get to the bike. Yes, and what do I have on the bike? Lights, reflectors, all that good stuff. So, lockdown be damned. This is called Triftigen Gründe. So this is this permitted outdoor recreation, which I am enjoying very much, recreating myself along here. Yeah, very cool. Very nice indeed. Into the evening. Into the evening. Yes. And of course, the head torch with spare batteries. And the other thing about a head torch is as soon as you think about it, take it out of your backpack and put it somewhere where you can find it easily. And same with spare gloves and worms and things like that. Just doing things in the proper way, in a timely fashion, prevents all sorts of misery later on. Cool. Woohoo! Nice along here. Mossy green stuff. Very nice. So here, just like with tracking, I look far away. I look medium. So far away, I'm looking at the weather and what's coming next and how much light we've got. I look at medium distance to see whether maybe I need to change sides, given what's coming. And I look short to see exactly where I'm going to put my feet, especially when the footing's a bit slippy like this. And if you just do it all the time, it's actually not a strain. And it's quite nice. And I look around, left, and right, and behind me once in a while, so also you don't get any surprises. And this way, you actually also see much more, which is so much cooler. Yeah, so off we go down the hill. Maybe about 20 minutes, then we get the bike, and then it's back home on the downward. Yep, and of course, when you put things away that have a screen, like avalanche beacon, iPhone, or camera, make sure you put the screen towards you in your pocket, so that if you fall on it, you don't break the screen. That's pretty clever. Yep. I learned it on an Avi for putting an Avi beacon away. But of course it's just as much for anything else as the screen that you'd like to be able to use later on. And you can always slip and fall. And that does happen. A big part of the reason why I might wear gloves on a section like this isn't necessarily because it's cold, but because I want to not destroy my hands if I were to have a little tumble. In fact, I had a situation once coming, I hitchhiked actually, and that shows you a long time ago. I hitchhiked with a big backpack from Manchester, where I was a student, to the Climbers Club hut in Llanberis. It's called Inisetis. And I managed to get there, believe it or not. Somebody actually dropped me off at the entrance because they were driving down that valley. It took ages, but I managed to do it. And on the bridge, ready for a whole week of climbing, on the bridge, I slipped and I skinned my hand open, and then couldn't climb for the whole week. So very annoying. Don't like that. So look after your hands, because you've only got the one pair, and that's kind of important. Oh, it's nice walking down here, guys. It really is. Woo! Super. Here's Tal Zappel coming down. Nice, nice. Micro adventures in your backyard. cool. Just after solstice, so of course it gets dark really early. Spare batteries for your head torch and all that good stuff. Of course, we are from Scotland, or at least we learned our stuff in Scotland. And the other day, that's right, the other day I was going to tell you a story about Van Zindigen and stuff like this. So Joe and I were training for the Carramore International Mountain Marathon. And this is a big 2-day race. It's sort of the test of your abilities as a team in the mountains, ultralight. It's a running race, orienteering. And there's a camp overnight. So it's, it's protected, but you have to bring your own gear and everything, and your own food. There's usually a water supply, and a latrine. That's about it. So, ooh, and here, look at these nice, lots of tracks here from beasts. Anyway, we were training for this thing on the side of the Zugspitze, and in fact, that's partly how we end up living here. It's because we kept coming here to train for this race, and we thought, man, it's really nice here. So in the end, we ended up living here. But anyhow, so we're training, and we're kind of used to it always, being dark in Scotland when it's, you start in the dark, you end in the dark. It's always raining, so we're not really too fazed by any of that. And it had been snowing all day, and we were in our grippers and running gear, a bit like what I'm looking like now, but maybe with a pole or something. Anyway, we were really pleased about it because we found the right valley, and we've been out there all day and running on the side of the Zugspitze mountain and all that good stuff. And we found the right place down and all this, and eventually smelled the ponies of the hut that we wanted to walk by and this. So finally ended up in this on this front sort of courtyard of the top of the huts of the valley, and we were kind of happy about that. We were down and on the road, and we were getting our warm jackets on and stuff, and this guy comes bursting out of the door, There's a yellow light behind him, and there's big smell of beer and sausage and stuff coming in, and he goes, "Na, wo kommst denn her?" Means like, where the hell did you come from? And we're like, slightly overwhelmed by everything. We're like, from da oben, meaning from up there. He sort of stares at us, and he's like, "Ja, wo wollt's denn hin?" I mean, like, well, where the hell do you want to go? And we're like, na unten, like down there. And he's like, "Wahnsinnigen, Wahnsinnigen," meaning you crazy people. Because it looks like we were kind of, the typical tourists in our running shoes and light gear. And then he starts looking us up and down, seeing the grippers and the proper clothes and the shells and the head torches and the satcom and all that stuff as we're packing our gear. And he's kind of realizes that maybe we're not that crazy. And he just kind of like Wahnsinnigen and mutters off into the house. But you know what was cool? He came and checked. So that was a story I didn't get to finish last time, and we're always glad to see those guys. It's easy to kind of get into a snit with hunters and hut wardens and mountain rescue and police and all that stuff, but in the end, if you really need them, you'll be glad that they know who you are and what you're doing and where you're going. So like with this hunter up here just now, hey, I made sure he knew my name, where I was going, and what I was doing, and where I was living in Hinterbichel, and all that stuff, because you never know. You never know. There's never any reason to be anything other than really pleasant and kind and nice to people when you meet them. You step off the road when they come driving up and stuff like that, because they got work to do, These are professionals. You're up there for your fun and amusement, but bad things can happen. And here, for instance, I don't know if you can see it in the light here, but here, yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, this is a memorial for someone who died up here in an avalanche. You can still see it. So just be careful, and remember, 70% of maximum perceived effort. 30% belongs to your mom, your buddy, or your loved ones, or whatever. So just like within diving, paying attention to your footing here. Yeah. Just like in diving, 1/3 out. So 1/3 of your gas, in my case, 1/3 of your endurance going out, 1/3 to get back, and 1/3 in reserve. And now we're getting quite close to my bike, which is nice because it's now also starting to rain a bit. I'm going to get down and out of the weather. So, enjoy yourselves outside, be safe, be nice to people, and have a good time. See you along the way. Always a good moment when you actually find the bike again. So needless to say, you make sure that you put it in a place that you're going to be able to find it also at night when you're on your way back and tired and messed up in your head. So yeah, that's quite important. Ah yes, hello Mr. Bike, glad to see you. Pretty rainy now. Alright, let's get down this hill. So the bike is obviously an awesome range extender, but I do have a plan for what happens if you can't ride out. So for instance, if the road ices up, or the bike breaks down, or you take a hit, what are you actually going to do then? And again, the Sackett Staying Alive Cold Kit, Mylar blanket with a hole cut in it, reinforced with duct tape so you can use it as a poncho. Put that over your head, have a second Mylar blanket. You can use it as a hood and make some waterproof socks and some gloves if you need to, or a rain skirt, or for your buddy, and some tea lights and a few storm matches with which you can also then make a fire, and just stay put. You can sit in an economy class airplane seat for 8 hours. You can sit on your backpack for 8 hours. Each tea light gives you 4 hours of light and heat, well actually 4 hours of heat, and inside that little Mylar tent, so you sit on your backpack, you draw your knees up, and you put that little tea light underneath and put your hands over so that you can see and you can feel where the flame is, so you don't light yourself on fire. Of course you wouldn't. Just try this out at home before you have to use it, and just have one of these things in every pack, in the bottom of every backpack, so you don't have to remember it. Because what would you do? Just ask yourself the question. What would you do? You fall, your buddy falls, your buddy's bike isn't as well maintained as yours is, whatever, right? It can happen. So, I'm now nearly down to the road. I've had an awesome day out. The rain has stopped. I'm pretty warm and comfortable now, and I'm going for a nice ride home. Enjoy, guys, and have an awesome one. Yes, and while we're at it, do make sure that you've got some bright reflective stuff on, and that you have like a blinking light and some reflectors on your bike. Not only in a sort of a bright blinking LED, it's just a little thing, that clips on your head torch, and it lives in here. So, don't be stupid. It would be such a bummer to have a great day out and then get smashed by a car. So I put this on my left arm because if I'm going to make a turn into traffic, they can see that. And nice, bright stuff. Never hurt nobody. So just do it and be safe and have an awesome time. See you later.